inspire.
Welcome back to the Kidney Stone Diet Podcast, the show about reducing your kidney stone risk and living your best life. I'm your host and fellow student, Jeff Sayers.
And I'm Jill Harris, your kidney stone prevention nurse. Oh my God! Okay, all I'm saying is this. So we are in person, and then Jeff can take it. But here's the deal. I don't know. We could never do this on a regular basis in person because Jeff and his partner, Amara, who also works behind the scenes here, we just have too much fun together. So this would not be efficient, I will say that. Yeah. But we are having a ball.
Yeah, this is awesome. Like, we haven't seen each other in person in way too long, like podcast aside.
Before COVID.
Yeah, it was. And it's a distance to get here. It took you a bit some time. I really appreciate you coming here because this is my quote unquote studio. It's just a different angle from what everyone always sees. But I don't know. This is just, it's fun to do, and we definitely need to try to connect more in person more frequently.
Yes,
but time just zooms by, especially with everything that's gone on.
Yeah. Here's what's amazing to me. So when we're doing this in our own abodes, I mean, I'm never nervous, but I'm like freaking nervous right now, which I'm never nervous about stuff. But yeah, I'm like, wow, this is fun. I shouldn't say nervous. I'm just more excited. It's just a whole different vibe doing it together, right?
Well, yeah. And it's fun because we have a multi-camera setup now, which Amara will switch between. And so we have a producer in studio, which is kind of neat.
It's amazing.
Like, but yeah, do you want to switch over? Because like we have this camera here, which is me. Or the other one. So that one there. And then this one over here. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun little setup. I'm excited. This is the first time I'm doing an in-person one. But
super cool.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, so this is episode 100. So anyone listening and not watching on YouTube, you're missing out because this is very different. People on YouTube know already this is nothing like what we've done so far because everything's been over Zoom, side-by-side cameras. But we are both looking at each other in the flesh.
I know, and he's so handsome. I mean, of course Jeffrey's handsome. Everyone knows that. But in real life, I'm like, you're a star. But he is, people. He is. He's a beautiful man.
No. But
are we allowed to even say that anymore these days? I don't know. I figure because I'm old, I can get away with a little bit un-PC stuff. But, you know, that's just me.
I mean, I think it's fine. I'm fine with flattery. So whatever you want to do. I'll still. I see Amara in my peripheral vision laughing silently, which is perfect. We'll have to get you a mic over there. But so for episode 100, I thought it would be fun to have a little bubbly. This is not a sponsor. I know we're not covering up the brand or anything, but I love Liquid Death. It's ice cold. We have our little champagne glasses. So what do you say we crack it open for a little bubbly?
I think we should. But it's water, people, so you're not.
Yeah, it's
Nobody
sparkling water.
Nobody wants to see me buzzed on a podcast. That ain't cute. Most people are like, she's already drinking. She's drunk. Henry, I think she's drunk now. Okay.
But this is wild. 100 episodes. Like,
cheers, my friend.
Yeah, cheers. This is a long...
Happy 100. Amara, thank you for everything.
I should have given you a glass. Sorry.
But cheers. And cheers to all of our audience members that support us, our community. So without you supporting us, there may not have been 100 episodes. So we are grateful for your love and your support. So cheers to 100 episodes.
Yeah, cheers.
Super awesome.
But yeah.
I like Liquid Death. I don't know why they wouldn't support us.
Who knows? Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. But and it's a cool label. Mm-hmm. I don't know if our community would love this label, but I do. I'm kind of a rock and roll girl, so I like it.
Well, and it's fun because they put it in like the tall boy cans to be like, no, you're drinking. Did you ever see the commercial, actually, the Super Bowl commercial with the kids?
Yes,
that one is awesome. A riot. So anyone who hasn't seen it, it looks like a bunch of kids getting trashed, but they're just drinking sparkling water. But
here's what I like about their brand. So if you're somebody who does not drink, you can not feel so like, are you not drinking with this, right? And some people are like, oh, they just think you're drinking alcohol, which, I mean, again, at our age, we shouldn't have to hide the fact that we don't want to drink if we don't want to. But I'm just saying, I think it's a great brand. Absolutely. And no, they don't. They do not sponsor us, but that's just my feelings on it.
Well, yeah. And who knows, maybe one day, maybe we'll reach out and see if they're interested. But yeah, I thought it was perfect too because water. We got to get our fluids in. It's funny because now I feel like I'm going to end up mirroring you. I'm like, I need to drink more.
Well, and also, here's the thing. So people will ask, because I'll get a kidney stone thing in here, by golly. You can drink sparkling water. it counts, of course, as fluid. So, for some people, there may be too much phosphorus in your sparkling water. And if you have chronic kidney disease, that could be a problem. But for just regular old kidney stone formers without any other ailments, it's absolutely fine to drink bubble. That's not a problem. Nice. It's not my preference overall, but I like flat water. Yeah. But you do you, people.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, and we do have flat water for you there, so we're all good.
I have both. But I do like it. I'm just saying it's not my staple.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I will have it sometime.
Oh, for sure. And you have the Jill size jar. I have the Jeff size jar. So always got to stay hydrated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. We will post a photo later.
Yeah, of the difference
in
our sizes.
Yeah, because you can't tell. It's funny because online, especially, we're both sitting all the time within the camera, but you probably can see it a little bit here, but we'll see later. But we have some voicemails from some amazing people who we'll get into like a topic today, but I figure we start with a couple voicemails just because, I don't know, people in the community are so nice. And I had a little call out on the Facebook page, which is the Kidney Stone Prevention Group.
It was so sweet of you. That was so thoughtful.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is 101 weeks in a row, which is a lot for anything. Like, most endeavors don't make it past 100, whether it's a podcast, a YouTube channel, any sort of creative endeavor. It's really rare to cross 100, and doing one a week like we're doing, I mean, that's almost 2 years. We're just barely under 2 years, which is wild.
I noticed that in September it will be it will be 2 years. So, there's something to say, and you were talking about this earlier, about sticking to something, having grit to weather storms, no matter what's coming up, no matter what comes up in our lives. And Jeff is very busy with all of his work. I'm very busy with all of my work. The fact that we've missed 1 week, I believe, of this podcast, but, putting everything aside to tape these shows, to give to the kidney stone community, it is a great big milestone. I did not know that about 100th of something, so that's super awesome.
Yeah, and because there's so many podcasts, but most of them are dormant. It's not. Right. It's sort of surprising how many would be out there that are just quiet now. But yeah, what do you say we get into one of these voicemails?
Let's do it, my friend.
See. Who do I want to go for here? Let's start here.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jill. This is Kim Margaret Murray from Naperville. I just wanted to congratulate you both for your 100 episodes, and I hope you continue on a beautiful journey together. And thank you so much for all your information, and have a wonderful day. Thank you again.
That's so
and
sweet.
Congratulations. Bye-bye.
Oh, Kim. So that's my sister. And okay, but hold on. Okay. So I do not know who's calling in, people. I never do. But I had this. Okay. Wait, we got to talk. Are we on? Hello? We got to talk. Okay. So first of all, I brought this because I found this, my birth certificate. And the reason I'm bringing it up, I was going to bring it up. I just forgot about it until my sister clocked on there. She just said Kim Margaret Murray. Kim, that is not your middle name. It's not your middle name, and don't let that old lady living downstairs from you tell you it is. Here is my birth certificate, people. You see those stars? See the stars?
Uh-huh.
That's no middle name. Jill Harris. Ma and Kim. And Kim, go get your birth certificate. You probably don't have it, but I have mine. We don't have a middle name, so I'm standing by my original claim that Mom is not very creative, okay? And that's the end of that story. So that solves, does Jill have a middle name or not? And also, Kim, thank you for your call, but you also do not have a middle name. Okay, that's my take on that. But that was so sweet that she called. That really is unexpected.
I love that she threw the second name in there.
Oh my God. Me and my family. God help us.
No, but it's fun.
It is fun.
I really like it. So, along those lines, let me just play one more for right now.
Hi, Jill. It's Mickey. Mom made me do this, so you know. But anyway, I wish you continued success for you, Jeff, on your 100th episode.
Do you hear her in the background prompting him?
Yeah. The best of both of you. Okay? Take care.
So
you have a sweet family.
Yes, that's my stepfather. Well, I'm glad we caught them on a day where they're all not drunk. So that's a bonus. Well, that's a bonus. But so I heard my mother in the background, and Jeff, say and Jeff. God bless him. He can't do anything by himself without her chipping in. So, Mike, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, it's really sweet, and I'll play a few more a little later. But we were going to talk sort of about what was the topic we were going to talk about. I'll let you lead into it.
So we had two that we were kind of thinking about, and so this kind of falls under our lifestyle category. So we call this podcast Kidney Stone Diet and Living Your Best Life, because in order to eat healthy and live a healthier life, there's a whole bunch of other things that have to happen. If it was just about eating lettuce, then this would be the most boring career I've ever had in my life. This is about how do you get where you need to go? How do you stay on the path? So Jeff wanted to talk about grit, and I wanted to talk about celebrating the little things in life. But they coincide, right?
Uh-huh.
So in order to get to 100 episodes, you have to be grateful. You have to realize all the things you've just been through to get there. And also, you've got to stick to things, even though there's some days you may not want to do it. There's some days that Jeff doesn't feel well, or I won't feel well. But we're going to show up for this podcast no matter what, and we're going to put a happy face on, and we're going to do it. So sometimes you have to fake it till you make it in life, and that's okay. But I think mostly, one of the things that we don't pay attention to in life, and this is how we get grit, we have to take note of all the things that we do get done or we do well, instead of always focusing on the things that, I can't believe I screwed that up, or, oh my God, this didn't go my way. It's easy to focus on stuff like that and forget about all the small wins that you have every day. But I just think, like celebrating the 100th episode, that's a big deal. So we could have just gone and not celebrated it. But I think it's not just for us that we're celebrating it. It's for everybody in the community. We're still here after 100 episodes. The world has been upside down, but we're still here, and we're all together, and we're learning, and we're putting and getting information out there so people can live a better life. And it's not easy to do that. But knowing how much we're making a difference in other people's lives, well, that's what keeps you going. And that's celebrating wins every single week. Every time you guys comment or call in, that just fills us up to go and get motivated and do more. So when you celebrate small wins, it will help you stay fueled, energized, keep going, staying on track, where you need less grit. Right? Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you'll use less grit because you're so happy that you're celebrating all these small wins. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah, it definitely does, because it's you're having little goals along the way, like little things you can aspire to reach, or moments you can look forward to, even, because like this is 2 years. This is a long time, and it's hard to stick to something for such a long time. But having that little check mark in our minds, like we're going to publish an episode every week. Mm-hmm. It's something that when we do, we've accomplished something else sort of within our control, but also something that might feel daunting. I mean, starting the first episode, that was a lot. Like it wasn't just let's do this, and then 10 minutes later we had a show. It took time. It took maybe some coercing too, not like in a negative way, but like, this isn't something you've done before. Like no. I had only been doing it for a few months on my other show. So it's not something, so you guys know, this is something I never planned. Jeff and Dave were like, the other partner in our Kidney Stone Diet, you might want to think about this. And, I'm old, people. And so I always tell people, you don't get something in your mind or someone suggests something and then the next day you do it. Most of us are not like that, myself included. And this is why I always have a lot of empathy for people trying to make change. Somebody could have told me something for a while, and I have to then come to it on my own, really absorb it, and make myself ready. Because when you're already a busy person, then to add something else to our plates, that's a big deal, right? Mm-hmm. So, but here's what's so exciting. Wait, hold on. I get so excited thinking about it. Wait. Here's what's so great about that. Once you do
make room in your heart for the new said thing, then you're just like, well, what makes me so happy about that is when you prioritize something, if you're not ready for it, could be a whole bunch of different reasons. Who knows? Good, bad, whatever. But the thing is, once you are ready and it opens up and you do it and you're so grateful that you did do it, and then you learn from that and you're like, damn, remember when I really didn't want to do that, Jeff? And you said we should open up a YouTube channel. I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. And then we do it, and the next thing you know, it's 100 episodes later. So there's that, but then there's also, remember, Jill, when you didn't want to do that one thing, and then it worked out really great, and you did have room in your schedule for it, and then you can go back on that, and then you could start another new thing going, well, that worked out okay, so let's do this. So it makes you more open-hearted to change and bringing new things in. Also, for all of you that are like, I don't want to follow her stupid diet. She and that stupid kidney stone diet. I hate her and I hate it. It's because you're just not ready. So don't force yourself, people. Because if you do what you want to do, you'd be surprised how all of a sudden time just opens up when you really make a decision that you want to do something. Jill, I don't want a meal plan. So Jill made a meal plan service. And again, so you know, Jeff pushed me towards that as well. Didn't want to do it. So it's not like I don't understand that you guys don't want to do things. I get it. But once you do make the room and you start the new thing and you start that path, well, time all of a sudden opens up. So don't be telling me that you don't want to do this, this, and this because you have no time, because that's just an excuse. When you are ready to do something, time opens up. I don't know what I just said, but there you go.
Well, once it becomes a habit too, it's not only the checkbox of I achieved this, but it almost hurts to not do it because it's like, I've done this for so long. Like this positive thing. We can have negative habits, of course, but a positive habit like us coming to the show, maybe someone looking at their sodium for the day or getting enough water for the day. Like those are positive habits that maybe you're tracking that little check mark on the calendar and it's like, oh, I have 3 days in a row. I'm not going to miss the fourth, or I have 30 days, 40 days, 100 days in a row. It's like you're holding yourself more accountable for it. And there's a little habit hack that I kind of like where I know someone, Matt Diavella, he has a YouTube channel and things. And what he does is for working out, he has his calendar. And he has a rule that he'll never have 2 days in a row that are blank.
Yes, I know him.
Yeah.
Yes, and I like that hack too.
Yeah,
yes.
So it's such a simple thing, but I have an X here. I miss Tuesday. I'm not going to miss Wednesday because I'm never going to have 2 in a row. And I've never had 2 in a row for so many days, so many years, whatever it is. You're holding yourself accountable in a way it's artificial, but it's also powerful because it's coming from within.
Absolutely, and I love that. And everyone has to find, people always ask me, well, what's the best way to stay accountable? What's the best diet? What's this? What's that? It's the one that works for you, whatever that is. Some people will love apps. Other people will get, a legal pad. Everybody has their different things. And it's always great to research habit hacks or things like that because what works for that guy may or may not work for you. So find the things that work for you so you can be long-term compliant. The other thing is this. The longer you do something, like you said, it just becomes a habit. And especially if you're on the kidney stone diet or following whatever healthy regimen you are, which I don't know why you would follow anything but the kidney stone diet, quite frankly, because it's extremely healthy, low salt, low sugar. But anyway, when you don't follow it, when you do have a day that you just went to pure debauchery, you're like, oh my God, I can't swallow. I'm so thirsty. I'm so bloated. My dungarees don't fit no more. Yes, that's how old I am, dungarees. So you're just like, oh, I can't wait to get back to my lifestyle. It's not something that you're like, oh, look at my plate. I got to eat this again. Like everything that we eat, the three of us as healthy people, we love our food. I'm not eating things and it makes me sad, right? So when you do fall off the wagon for a day or two, you're so excited to get back to your regimen. When people are like, I went on vacation, I couldn't wait to get back on the kidney stone diet, it's because they feel good. It's not because they're eating friggin' broccoli and not eating a Cheeto. That's not it. They feel better when they eat better, right? And so that's That's the beauty of this. We're not telling you just to do this because it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, or you'll look adorable in your bikini. No one cares about that. We're telling you to do it because you will feel better. You will lessen your stone risk. If you need to, you'll lose weight. You can lower your hypertension. You can lower your A1C. There's so many great things that come from this. And when you get the good stuff, well, that too is motivating, right? That's what keeps you on track too, because you're chasing that outcome of feeling friggin' good.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
And that's the thing too, because when it comes down to the feeling, and maybe it's more common to have a weight loss goal and be like, I want to lose X number of pounds. But even when it comes to that and working out, usually they'll do measurements. Like, oh, like you're working out now. You only lost 3 pounds, but maybe the inches changed. And
body composition.
Yeah, so it's changing the perspective where when you feel better and when feeling better is the main goal, it's so powerful and such an internal motivation that you can go so far. Like when you find that, because it's hard to find that too. There's so much snake oil and pills and things that promise it, but when you actually find it and it's true and you know it's true and it works and it consistently works, whether you just had the night of debauchery or whatever, like you mentioned, you know you can always go back there and get back to that feeling, and it's huge.
It's huge. And so I think one of the reasons we don't hang out in person is because I'd be pumping out of this chair all the time, because every time you say something, I'm like, yeah, right. And I can say this and this and this now, right? So, I think also as far as weight loss, because so many of my patients come to me for weight loss as well. And guess what? They go on the kidney stone diet, because if you're on a low salt, low sugar diet, you ain't eating a lot of shit. I mean, that's just how it is, right? So what's really great is if I just hung out a shingle on my house and said weight loss, it would not be satisfying to me, because mostly people don't keep weight off. It was for a certain time because they wanted to look cute Easter Sunday or whatever their thing was, right? And then they gain it back because they went on some kind of crazy fad diet. They did not learn how to eat properly. And this is way more than kidney stones. I'm trying to teach people how to eat properly and no bull do, meaning it's going to be hard. It's hard to be compliant at first, but once you get past those times, it will become your lifestyle. And so when we're putting health around a diet, so people are successful who come to me and work with me because they're very motivated to never have another kidney stone again. So if I'm dealing with somebody named Bob and he weighs 300 pounds and he's tried to lose weight his whole life, but he couldn't stick to anything, it's because he really didn't have anything to do it for. He was happy eating his pork rinds and drinking his Pabst Blue Ribbon or whatever. So it was like, he didn't have anything. And then he gets a kidney stone, or then he gets diabetes, or then he has a heart attack. And all of a sudden you're like, holy Bajol, time to get to stepping. So it's not that I'm so great, okay? It's that people are really motivated and they're very successful because they're working very hard. They take my information, take our information from YouTube, and they really put it to use because they're like, I am never going through that again. It's not about losing weight. They will lose weight now because they're going to learn how to eat properly. But the kidney stone was the motivating force. Pain is a huge motivation to people, right? You never want to go through that again. Once you start shooting yourself with insulin, all of a sudden you'll be like, yeah, maybe I'll watch my sugar. So we can't just, we talk about weight and, going on diets to lose weight. And I just think weight is filled with negative stuff, guilt and shame and failure and all this stuff. When we peg it around feeling better, people are motivated. And it's a real goal. It's not to look skinny. Who gives a damn about that? But it is, people want to look good, of course. But that's a nice side effect from doing the kidney stone diet. But it's more about, it's the lifestyle you're going to lead. Jeff and I always seem happy and up. Well, I don't know. This is how I think of us. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But that's how I think we come off. And it is because we take care of ourselves. And so you can't feel good up here and your body cannot feel good and move the way it wants to and all that stuff if you don't treat it properly and move it and nourish it. That's what this is about. It's not about doing cleanses. It's not about doing a 30-day fast. It's not about that. It's about learning how to eat like a mature grown-up and stop eating like a child. It's ridiculous. And we also shouldn't be having our children eat like that either, by the way. But anyway, I digress as always.
No, that's perfect. I think we should play a couple more of these voicemails here, though. Okay. I don't want to leave them hanging, so I'm going to start with this one.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jill, Margaret. We did it. We did it 100 episodes. Wonderful. God bless you both. You put your heart and soul into this journey that you've been on. And we have to thank so many people like Dr. Coe, who's been a mentor to Jill, who's been like a dad to Jill, who's helped Jill all these years. You both have done so much work, and Jeff, especially you, for putting up with this Jill, Margaret, how you let her go on and on about how all her life she didn't have a middle name. She was told she didn't have, and we should do an episode about middle names. No, we don't care about middle names. We care about kidney stones. Now, Jill, relax. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, listen, old lady, what do you mean we? This is Jeff and me. There's no we. Well, let me remind you, honey, without me, there is no you. Congratulations. Love you both. Mom.
Oh, boy. I mean, first of all, thank you, Mom. Second of all, the middle names. You could stop with the Jill Margaret. You're not fooling nobody no more. The jig is up, as you would say. And I am not surprised at all that you say we, because I know you feel you are the show. And I think our viewers also think you're the show. So no one's surprised by any of that. But I will say this. It was very important that you brought up Dr. Fred Coe, and he is like a father to me. He's my career is based upon all his work, and I would be nothing without him. So, Fred, I love you. He doesn't listen to the show, by the way. He's too busy researching something at 86 years old. He doesn't care about my show, our show. But he is a force to be reckoned with. He'll be 86 or 87. I don't even know, but he's way up there. 7 days a week working kidney stone stuff, working on his website at kiddystone.edu. What is it, Jeff?
Yeah, kidneystone.uchicago.edu.
Oh, God. You see, I have nothing without Jeff. Nothing. And also Fred. So Dr. Coe, he's the granddaddy of kidney stone prevention, and we wouldn't be here if he wasn't here. So It just goes like that. And you're the best. I love you. You know that. You're an integral part of this show.
Absolutely. Yeah. So much fun. Whenever she leaves a voicemail, it's just great.
She's a pip.
Let me see what else, because there are a couple more I wanted to play, and then we'll probably end up wrapping soon, because we're going to record a few like we normally do. Mm-hmm. But let's...
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? 100 episodes? This is Pam from the Facebook group, just calling to congratulate Jill and Jeff on 100 episodes. That is so incredibly exciting, and I can honestly say I've seen all 100 of them. And I just wanted to tell you, Jill, that you are amazing and awesome, and this little thing that happened this past week is a perfect example of why I love you so much. You put a video on the Facebook page of you sitting there drinking a protein shake and saying, somebody told me people said you couldn't drink protein shakes. I never said that while you're drinking a protein shake. It's just that snarky sense of humor you have that I relate to so well, because it's exactly how I am. So I'm so happy I found you. Thousands of people are so happy they found you, and I just wanted to say congratulations. I hope you have a wonderful day, and that's it. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, Pam is a very valued member on the Facebook page, and the Facebook page is called, it's a private group because people post their medical information there. You know, they'll say stuff about their kidney stone stuff. So I made it private. You have to be accepted to get into it. Kidney Stone Prevention Diet on Facebook or something like that. Anyway, Pam is Pam is the kind of person that once she needs to do something, she just takes the bull by the horns, and she's a very active member on that page. And she is, I mean, when I'm not on the page, there's many people on that page that write and give the correct answer because they've whether they worked with me or they just stayed on the page to get the right information, or like Pam, watched every YouTube show that we put on. And so she's a wonderful member of our Facebook page, and she's very helpful to me, period. So thanks, Pam. We love you, and we appreciate you calling in. It's very sweet of you.
Yeah, super sweet. And thank you to everyone who called in. I don't want to just play all voicemails for the episode, but we really appreciate each and every one of you who called in, and everyone who just calls in the questions, people who have liked and commented and shared this with others, and people who are in the Facebook group, like you mentioned. And every little bit helps because we want to reach as many people as we possibly can with the show, with the platform, and help in any way that works for them. Yep. Some people only watch videos. Some people only listen. Some people only read. So we have the blog and everything and the email newsletter. And it's just so important because if it's just the two of us, the three of us, or the three of us a day, whatever it is, we're just talking to ourselves. Like if we don't have the community out there engaging with us, with each other, and sharing, we don't have anything. So yeah, just thank you to everyone.
I can't stress that enough. What we're here is to foster a community. That's very important for us. It's especially important for me since I'm answering all these questions and stuff, and I thrive off of it because as a nurse, I've dedicated my career to helping people. So you want to know that you're making a difference. And, there's never a day that goes by where I don't feel that. So what we give out to the community, I think we get 500 times back. So it's very rewarding for us. And I want everyone to know who's watching and who does comment and participates in the show. I can't tell you how it fills up our hearts here and how much it means to us, your support and your love and your generosity of kind words. I just feel, and I know Jeff feels like this, and since he's right there, he can say it himself, but I just feel like when I wake up, I really can't wait to get to work. And I feel like I've been blessed from the heavens for this beautiful career that I have. I do owe it to Dr. Ko. He started me this route. And just all the wonderful people. I owe it to this whole community. So I want to thank everybody. And there's many things with our business that I wouldn't be here without Amara, Jeff, and Dave. So thank you very much to you as well.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. And on behalf of everyone, because you're the driving force making all of this happen and making so much change for so many people for decades. I mean, it is amazing. Like I'm just in awe of everything you've done and continue to do. So it's huge. So I'm just so excited and happy to be a part of it and do what we can to help in our own way.
Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Oh God, please don't let the old lady cry because that could be happening. But I wouldn't be in a lot of the places I am without Jeff, Dave, and Amara. So I want everyone to know that because I just wouldn't. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. So cheers.
Cheers.
This has been great.
Cheers to
100
us.
episodes.
Cheers. And thank you, everybody, for being here with us. We appreciate your love and support.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, 773-789-8763, and we'll have you on a future episode. But yeah, this has been great. And yeah, we're going to keep going.
We're going to keep going, baby. Let's go. Love you, Amara. Bye.